Hey everyone, welcome to the Salesforce Developer Studio. Till now, you are introduced to AgentForce, the building blocks of an AI agent, and then in the last video, we also saw how to use standard actions in an AI agent. In this video, we are going to continue exploring actions, specifically the custom action using Apex class. So what if I told you that an AI agent could take your question, dig through the data like a detective, and then hand you the exact answer you need, and that too in seconds? Well, we are going to achieve that today. So let's get started. So in this example, the user is trying to find a case record, and then to begin with, maybe the user could input that, I'm looking for a case record, or I'm trying to find a case record, or could you help me find a case record? So any statement in natural language could be given by the user to the AI agent. Now, as an AI agent, the first job would be to figure out which specific record to find. So we would need some parameters like the search parameter. So maybe the subject, the description, or any other field. So the AI agent in the second step would ask for some search parameter, so for some search value to the user. And then based on the input from the user, the AI agent would then call a custom action, which will be Apex in this scenario. And then based on the output that the AI agent receives from the Apex class, the same output would be displayed to the user. So in a nutshell, AI agent is going to help find answers to the user's questions by looking at data in the Salesforce org. All right, sounds simple. So let's jump right into the demo and see how it works. Hey friends, so as you can see, we are currently in Agent Builder and we have a couple of topics here. One of them is case details fetch, which we'll be using in this video. And then the second one is fetch product details, which we saw in the last video, right? So as you can see, if I go to this topic, we will first see the description. So it is provide case details based on the input provided by the user. Then we define the scope. So your job is to provide case details to the user based on the subject. We also see something about Federer, that is a different topic. So this agent or this topic is used for two categories. So let's not look into that category. It's using RAG, which is retrieval augmented generation, which we'll talk about in upcoming videos. But let's just focus on the first part of the scope, which is to provide the case details to the user based on the subject. So this is our scope for now. And let's see the first instruction. So when user requests for details on a case, ask them to provide the subject, take the response and use it to find all case records in the system that have a subject similar. Now, focus on the word similar. So that clearly shows that the agent needs to use the like operator in the SOCL, and based on the matches found, provide response to the user in HTML. Again, let's ignore the second instruction because that's a different thing. All right, now let's look at the actions. So again, the tennis info is a different action. Let's ignore it for now. What we are focusing on is the get cases by text. So as I mentioned that this action is actually an apex. So we'll see it in a few seconds. When we click on this action, we'll get to the apex class. As you can see, this is the action and the reference action type is Apex. It's using a class called AI case retrieval service. Now this is a normal class. As you can see, we are using wrapper because we need to get input from the user and then provide an output. As you know, for input and output, we usually use invocable methods, so that is required. And here what we are doing is we are getting the search string from the user as an input in the wrapper class, which you can see on line number 6. And then we are using a dynamic SOCL query using like operator to use the search string and then find the relevant cases. And then once we find those cases, again, we are putting that output in a wrapper and we are returning 3 or 4 variables like case ID, the case number, the subject, and the status, as you can see from line 10 to line 21. So we are taking input from the user and then we are returning these parameters as output, again in the form of a wrapper. So this just shows you the power that we have by using Apex through an AI agent. Basically, we could run some complicated queries, get the different types of data that we need, and then present it in the form of a wrapper. All right, so let's look at the demo now. So I'm going to type, hi, I am trying to find a case. Let's see what happens. So now the agent is going to decide on the topic, which will be the first one. And yeah, please provide the subject or a keyword related to the case record you're looking for. So now the user doesn't know the exact subject. That's what I'm typing. So maybe I just know a word or two, right? So that's what I'm mentioning. I know that it contains rafting. So now the agent is going to use the like operator and search for all cases that have rafting in their subject. And then based on the results, it is going to display the fields that we mentioned in the output variables of the wrapper. So you can see it was able to find one case and it is able to show you the status, the case number, and the ID. So as you can see, we can get multiple variables from output. It could span multiple different objects. And in the background, you can see what happens based on our instructions. It picks the Apex action and then it uses like operator in the query and then fetches the details and then provides it in the form of the output. So step by step, you can see how it uses both of the prompts provided by the user and then uses the get cases by text action. So you can see it uses the search text as rafting and then the output is in the form of JSON. It has all the values that it's trying to find. So I hope you liked this video. If you found it helpful, please do hit the like, subscribe button, and also we'll see you in another video in the next series. Thank you so much for watching.